Welcome back, heroes. You're here for a solo flawless run of Spire of the Watcher. Today, we'll be using a Void Hunter. Unfortunately, the error codes today kept booting me out during random encounters. So this will be an edit of how to beat each section. I will post an entire solo flawless gameplay when the servers are back to normal, but for now, I just want to make sure I help all of my hunter mains out there get their solo flawless. If this video helps you out, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and commenting down below. I'm using Void Hunter with Gerfalcons. I'm going to be using Wither Horde and Izanagi during this video, the Funnel Web, and the Commemoration. My Commemoration has Repulsor Brace on it to help me survive when I'm in a tight pinch by giving me an overshield. The full build can be seen with the dim link in the description down below. Now, one of the things that I want to point out that I am doing here, you are noticing that I am not completing the cable all the way through. I'm completing each cable just until the end, and I'm leaving the last one there. The reason that I am doing that is because if you do not hit the last one of the chain, then the supplicants will never spawn. So this allows me to just navigate through just fighting the Cyclops, the Minotaurs, the Goblins, and the Harpies. But I don't have to worry about supplicants, which are a huge danger in here. So I am running 1 copy of Solar Resist, 2 copies of Void Resist. Now, you'll notice here in the jumping puzzle, what I do is I jump from one ledge to another, and as soon as I land, I kill a Harpy while I'm invisible, so that Gerfalcons will cause me to go invis again. But I also get an overshield because of that repulsor brace that's on my Commemoration. Now we're just going to navigate our way through the jumping puzzle. In this area, you really don't have to fight enemies. You can essentially just run through it. The hardest place to do that is the jumping area. And that's just because the Hydra will shoot like crazy while you're jumping, and you usually pace yourself while you jump. Now, once we get to the climb, gonna have, of course, floor 1 here. And again, if you know the route, this goes very quickly. If you don't, it can take some time, but just use this section of the video to kind of see where these switches are. We're gonna work our way through. Again, I'm gonna use my Commemoration. Even if I'm not in a pinch, I'm just gonna use it to keep an unlimited amount of overshield on myself. This is a great tip for if you're going for flawless. Now here on the second floor, you can see I don't need to get the buff again just because I still have the time on my buff from the first floor. Remember that every switch that you hit does give you a plus 5 seconds to your timer. So you could essentially just get 1 buff and fight your entire way through. But always pay attention to where the Minotaurs are. So in case you do need to refresh yourself, you'll be able to find a Minotaur to do so. And here we are on the 3rd and final floor before we head up to the top level of this tower. Finish up these switches, run these cables all the way to the end, pick up our drop for our sweet loot. And here we are. Got another long arm, and we're heading into the first boss, Achilles. So here, the key to this area is just making sure that you have the Minotaurs under control. The goblins will hurt if they group up but the biggest danger is these minotaurs. Also, I want to point out that here you see I do complete the cable all the way through. This will spawn the harpies in the air, as you can see in the back over there. Now, if you want to avoid spawning the harpies until later, you can avoid shooting the last switch of the line until you're ready for DPS. And then you could shoot all 4 with, say, your commemoration if you're using a commemoration, or your sniper if you're using a sniper. You will notice that I do have a sniper on now. I am using the Izanagi for this boss fight. So again, we're going to work our way around. I do prefer to just complete the cables when I'm doing this on Hunter here, because I just using the commemoration, I want to use it for the eyeballs on the boss and not so much against those harpies. So now, once the boss shows his fins and shows the eyeballs, we're going to use the commemoration. That way we can quickly get rid of them and pop those eyeballs. And then we're going to chase the boss down with our commemoration. We're going to be able to hit some Izanagi shots. Now, you'll notice that I took a lot of damage there from those minotaurs. And I'm going to show you a trick that you can do. You'll notice the minotaurs are there on this run as well. But let me explain how you can make sure that the minotaurs are not there. The minotaurs will spawn on opposing platforms. So, as you can see, these two are on the left and right from where I do DPS. Now, if before I went into DPS, I went and killed those 2 minotaurs, the next 2 minotaurs would spawn, which would be on my platform and the platform across from my platform. As you can see here, there are no minotaurs on the left and right. This is because I killed the minotaur on my platform and left the one across the way. As you can see, he's trying to shoot at me from over there. But this is a way that you can make sure that you are taking less damage. And if you are going for a flawless, you are going to want to make sure that these minotaurs are not on the left and right of you. So the key point is, wherever you're going to do DPS from, kill the minotaurs on the left and right from that damage platform, and then kill the minotaur that is on your platform that you're going to do DPS from. And you'll see that the runs where the minotaurs are not on the left and right are a lot easier for me, and I get more damage in those ones because I can focus the boss more and get closer to them. So again, here we'll see where there are no minotaurs on the left and right of my damage platform. You'll be able to see how much more damage I can do and how much more committed I can stay in the fight with Achilles. There we go. And of course, whenever I get pushed back by Achilles, I also make sure to dodge when I land so that I can go invisible, just to make sure that any adds that may be around won't potentially kill me after I take the damage from the Achilles blast. So as we can see here, again, the strategy is very simple. Use the machine gun to destroy the eyeballs on the fins so that you get more damage time against Achilles. With the Void Hunter here, you see I am using the weaken effect. I am using my grenade. I am using my my weaken bomb. I want to make sure that the boss is continually weakened. I was also using the surges for both kinetic and void at this point. Now, heading into the final boss, Persis. So this is going to be a very simple strategy. I run into the back room here because the boss will move to the front room, and I can just use the back room here to destroy the Hydras without being able to take any damage. No enemies will spawn in this room until I open up the middle door. And then once that middle door is opened by me activating the 5 arc conduits in the middle of the room. Then ads will start spawning in the back room. Got to be big careful here. Make sure you are not too much into vibing like I was. Almost got blown up there by those supplicants, but we were able to make it through. And as you can see, I am still using the commemoration with the repulsor brace so that I make sure that I can get an overshield, just keep myself alive the best that I can. Also note here, you can see going invisible will prevent the supplicants from blowing up on you. You won't know where you're at. I am using shadow orbs on the artifacts so that I can get orbs by popping those void shields with my funnel web or my commemoration. I also have bricks from beyond so that I can get heavy bricks by using commemoration and funnel web as well. The big change here is that I am back to the Wither Horde. So we just used the Izanagi for the Achilles fight. Now, the way I do damage phase here on the Void Hunter, door opens, I'm going to pop my tether, then I am going to use my commemoration and I'm going to walk backwards. But not just backwards, side to side. A lot of people don't realize that Persis attack is one of those attacks where he shoots where you are, not where you are going. So you're able to lead his shots one way and then maneuver yourself around and so that you can backtrack and not get hit, or at least not get hit enough to die. So again, tether, Wither Horde, commemoration. Then I'm going to interrupt by throwing my nade because that has weaken. If you do not have the fragment of undermining on to be able to do that, then I would suggest throwing your smoke bomb so that you can weaken with the smoke bomb. But I am applying those weaken effects. I'm also using those orbs that I get as damage right before damage phase starts. I'm going and popping those shields of the Minotaurs so that I can proc my armor charge, so that I have that additional damage from the Void Surge. And again, you see the strategy here is just to backpedal while moving left and right. Make sure that you are getting your tether on with the Wither Horde. Then you're using your machine gun, grenade, machine gun again. Rinse and repeat this strategy for an easy solo flawless. Thank you for all the love and support on all the videos. Especially love reading all your comments and suggestions for videos. If you haven't checked it out yet, I posted a video today purging 100 weapons. Check it out, along with other spicy Destiny 2 content. Other than that, I hope y'all stay heroic and be easy. Hopefully this helped you out. Peace.